Oh, welcome home one more time. And this is on our number 5 exhibit at the Irish Roots Cafe, traveling exhibit. And it's to help you find your Irish ancestors or maybe to understand them a little bit. I've been doing this since the early 1980s, late 1970s. It sure has changed. The first time I heard about computers had connections for Irish genealogy. You could type in any subject and get 1,000 replies. Well, the first time I typed in Irish genealogy, I think I got 384 returns. And I don't know if that was through Prodigy or what. It was an exhibit for the new computer age in a tin shed somewhere. Very interesting. A few weeks later, I tried it and I got 10,000. And now I know today that you can get over 1 million hits on a query like that. So the problems have changed, but it's the same questions you need answered. And basically, your quest is to find a name and location for your ancestor in Ireland, one step at a time. You go to your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, look at death certificates. Obituaries are often very helpful. A lot of people have solved that. Written parish histories written in Ireland or in American can also be a big boon. I know it has in my families, and it took 20 or 30 years to find that out, but it sure was true. Back in 1978, I started out, and I was pretty young at the time, and I was pretty naive. I went to Ireland and found locations for both sides of my family, and didn't really have it before. Kilfenor for the O'Laughlins and Glen Flesk for the Donahues, and there's many other families back there to look for. But today the internet makes a very big difference. You almost have too many resources instead of too few. We'll talk about that. I'll have some displays. Heritage centers in Ireland are a fantastic thing, and once you find your county, you can get some help there. They have pages on the web for each county, the heritage centers do, and you can find sources there and begin to understand things. And you want to contact them and take a look at their pages and sources before you go to Ireland if you're researching. You can also now go on a trip to Ireland pretty easily. Just remember not to be in too big of a rush now. The people are living their regular lives, and your ancestor isn't the most important things in their lives, but they'll be glad to help. Hiring researchers, that can be done too. You just want to be specific, and even history books, and besides county books, can give some interesting clan history. The Annals of Ireland by the Four Masters can not only tell you what year the big wind came and how terrible it was, but they can tell you that O'Rourke slew O'Reilly, and the next year O'Reilly slew O'Rourke. But then they might be in the footnotes and talk about beekeeping and certain individuals, certain personalities, topographical poems of the families of Ireland. And that all ties together to bring you a picture of your family. I'll tell you, I'll end by saying this. It's a combination of everything when you're looking at your family history, if you really get into it and you just don't want a $5 printout from a festival vendor. It's a whole different thing if you really look at it closely. And I tell you, the first group I took over to Ireland, I was very happy because the Chief Herald granted us an audience. So we went over and we listened to him, and he gave us some history. Took us way back to the first names. It was very nice, good hospitality. And then at the very end, he says, "Now I'm glad you're here," and he says, "But don't worry about it too much." He says, "Get out, see the people, and enjoy the country, because this is Ireland, and that's what it's all about." And about 7 or 8 people just looked real sad when he said that. It was like he was saying, "Don't worry about this genealogy stuff. Go have some fun." Which is not a bad idea, but we were there for just the purposes of finding our ancestors. So we had to recover from that statement, but it was very easy to do. And I found a lot of people out there that'll help you personally if you're just patient and you give it some time. So That's it. I've been doing the genealogy thing, like I said, for 40 or 50 years, and it's been worth it. And I'll share my experiences with you in Ireland and in America and in publishing the books on every county in Ireland. Hope to see you at one of our presentations, and Sláinte. Come, all you loyal heroes, where'er inclined to be. Don't hire with any master till you know what your work will be. For you must rise up early from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I'm afraid you'll ne'er be able to plough the rocks of Bon.